Good morning. Happy Easter. Oh, we are up so early. We're up even before the sun is up. I've got a sense of something exciting happening today, even though the last time we were talking, something sad had happened. I kind of can't wait to get into my garden, see if there's any surprises out in it today. I wonder if this sense of something's going to happen or there's an urgency to get going was what was happening for Mary when she woke up. Remember, she'd celebrated the Passover meal and she had to stay home. And the last time she saw Jesus, he'd been put in a tomb and a big stone had been rolled out in front of the tomb. And she didn't get to put the perfume on his body that she wanted to put there. And she loves this guy. She cares about him. And even though he's died, I think she's going to want to go and see him. So Mary was up really early before probably anyone else. And she went while it was still dark to where Jesus' body was. And as she was going, she's wondering to herself, how am I going to move that big stone? And as she gets closer, she started to run because she noticed that the stone had been moved a fair way. And as she got closer, she looked in and she couldn't see where Jesus' body was. He was missing. There was nothing in there. Where is Jesus? Her mind raced and she thought to herself, who's taken his body? Where have they taken him? In a panic, I can imagine she would have run all the way back to where Jesus' good mates were, where Peter was. And she said to him, Peter, the tomb's empty. Jesus is not there. Someone's taken his body. And Peter grabbed his mate and the two of them ran ahead of Mary all the way to the tomb. And when they got there, they looked in. But they couldn't see Jesus' body. In disappointment and distress, they walked off to tell the other disciples, Jesus' brothers. And Mary stayed at the tomb and she cried until the sun came up. Poor Mary. She was left crying at the tomb by herself, and she looked in again to that empty tomb and she saw two angels in white. We've used milk bottles. Now the angels said to her, why are you weeping? She looked to where Jesus' head and his feet would have been, where the angels were standing. And she said, because they've taken Jesus' body and I don't know where they've put him. About that same time, Mary felt the presence of someone behind her. She had a quick look, but because she was crying so much, she didn't know who it was. And this man said to her, woman, why are you weeping? And again she said, because they've taken Jesus' body and I don't know where they've put it. And she said, if you've taken him, are you the gardener? If you've taken him, tell me where he is. And at that moment, the man said, Mary. And she realised who this was. Rabbi, teacher, she said. And she came running to where Jesus was and she just wanted to keep hugging him and hugging him and hugging him. I reckon he would have laughed and he said, Mary, Mary, go and tell my brothers that I'm not dead, I'm alive. And I will appear to them soon. So she ran. Would have been so excited. She ran to where the disciples were. And she told Peter, Jesus is not dead, he's alive. I wonder what the disciples thought when they heard Jesus was alive, when they heard Mary's news that she'd seen him, that she'd touched him. It's big, isn't it? Someone you thought was dead has come back to life. And it's Jesus who did so many amazing things on earth. Would they have been surprised? Would they have been shocked? Would they have been delighted? Would they have been like really hoping that this was true and that Mary wasn't playing some awful joke on them? Would they have been a bit nervous, I wonder? Because when's the last time they saw Jesus? Possibly when he was being arrested, or maybe from afar when he was being crucified. I wonder if those disciples were maybe a bit nervous about what Jesus might say to them if he was to see them again. So that night, when they're all huddled together in one room, all his disciples, his closest 11 mates, all huddled together, afraid that the Jews might come and get them, Jesus appears to them. And they had their moment to meet him again. And he came with his hands outstretched, saying, the very first thing he said was, peace be with you, because he loved them. He forgave them no matter what they did. And he wanted them to have the hope that he has, that life is beyond here and now, that something really cool is just around the corner for us. And so that is what we're celebrating, that Jesus comes saying peace to us, and that he loves us, and that he forgives us this Easter.